Looking for a new podcast? How about one that celebrates milestones? Join host Mark J. Parker as he celebrates the milestone anniversary of your favorite films. One's Bitten, yeah, he's got that. Charlie's Angels, Tu Wong Fu, Clueless. The list goes on and on, folks. So join Mark J. Parker on Release Date Rewind podcast. Available on YouTube, Spotify, and everywhere else you find podcasts. Available right here on You Run Podcast Network.
A nigga something extra, yeah, pump stuff plus. Stuff plus, yeah, pump stuff plus. So what you choose, gonna plus, yeah, pump stuff plus. Stuff plus, yeah, pump stuff plus. A nigga something extra, yeah, pump stuff plus. Stuff plus, yeah, pump stuff plus. So what you choose, gonna plus, yeah, pump stuff plus.
What up, everybody? Welcome to the You're Gonna Eat That Crust podcast. I'm your host on the 3s and 4s. You know they call me the sweatpants overlord. You know they're talking about my varicose veins on the streets of Australia. It's your boy, Greg Hoey. And with me, the king of Connecticut. He's got razor blades for antlers, Mr. Moose himself, the mustard smuggler, Seamus Rogers. Seamus, how you doing?
What up? How's it going?
Special guest. Don't color him bad. Color him good. From Pop Culture Reflections, my boy, Justin Skoviak.
Hey, y'all. Happy to be here. Hello.
And also joining us, not from up top, from down under, we got Kate from down under. How you doing, Kate?
I'm caffeinated and I spent the morning with a Labrador puppy. I'm ready to go.
Nice. There was a puppy at my work today, too, named Briggs, and he was very cute.
Oh, mine was Charlie. I will send pictures later.
And for the topic tonight, I don't know if you're in Oregon State Hospital dealing with Nurse Ratchet, or maybe you're in the Bridgeville Mall dealing with Miss Carmody. Maybe you're riding through this world with Gemma and Clay Morrow, or you're stuck in Shawshank Prison with Warden Norton. But we are covering the most hated characters on TV and movies, and we have a bunch to choose from. And we're going to get right into this, and Kate's going to start us off with most hated TV characters.
Okay, my first choice is Bev Keane from Midnight Mass, played by Samantha Sloan. I think that's how you pronounce her name. She's a religious zealot, openly discriminates against others, particularly Sheriff Hassan, and she's a massive bitch, and I don't like her. She's one of those characters, the lady that plays her, she's in a lot of Mike Flanagan shows, and she plays all different types of characters, and in this I had to keep reminding myself to not hate the actress because she did it so well. I think she was, pretty perfect as the big bad.
A lot of the hate is attributed to the actor or actress. You know, they do so well portraying the character.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's unfortunate when it ruins their career a little bit because they're so good at acting. They're such a piece of shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You guys familiar with that character?
No.
I was going to say, no, I'm not even familiar with the program, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Midnight Mass is cool. Michelle really liked Midnight Mass. It's like a vampire show. It's very, very slow to start, but once it gets rolling, it's awesome. And yes, she was a bitch.
Yeah, it's probably not my favorite Mike Flanagan show. I think, Haunting of Hill House is definitely my favorite, but I really enjoyed it. And it's probably not one I could rewatch a lot because it is, very emotional, but a really good show. But she's so good in it.
Yeah, he always uses that dude, Elliot from E.T. is in
Henry. Is it Henry Thomas? Yeah,
Henry Thomas. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty bizarre seeing him as a grown-up. It's like,
yeah,
you were a little tiny person, and now you're a big man. Yeah.
Yeah, but he looks the same.
Yeah, he does.
Once the vampires get rolling in that show, it's fucking wild. That show takes off and gets crazy.
It is really good. Yeah, I definitely recommend it. Great show.
Justin, what you got?
All right. Well, before I get my first one, I probably should have asked if I could do this first, but I want to get a little poetic with you because when Greg asked me about this concept, I thought it was a great idea, and I thought a bit about hated characters, and I thought about villains because it doesn't have to be a villain. Because I thought to myself, right, great villains and hated characters are two vastly different things, right? So
Yep.
I think that the best villains are either relatable, sympathetic, or seemingly justified in their motives. I think that's what makes a great villain, right? But a hated character to me is either irredeemable or insufferable, probably both, and a whole lot of other things that are a lot of bad, maybe pure evil, whatever it is. So this is an interesting thing to talk about because I think we're going to talk about a lot of villains, quote unquote, but we're probably not going to talk about a lot of villains in TV and movies that are really good developed characters because they have those traits that I talked about, whether it be relatable, sympathetic, justified, whatever it is. So it's interesting we're doing it this way because some of my characters are not quote unquote villains for that reason. So I wanted to preface it before I get into that. However, my first TV character is a villain, and I'm talking about the character of Robert Quarles from Justified, played to perfection by Neil McDonough, I think is his last name. He was in 12 episodes. He was the main bad guy of season 3. The actor's probably best known from roles in Minority Report, Band of Brothers, Tulsa King. But this character is such a slimy, strange, and awful dude. What I like about, and I don't like the character, but what I like about the use of this character as the main baddie in season 3 is it really feels like for a time this guy might have Raylan's number, which adds a lot of drama to the season. But yeah, this dude's just a horrible and soulless character. And I remember watching season 3 and fucking hating this dude because I compared it to, season 2 with Mags. And there was some likable things about Mags.
Yep, absolutely.
With fucking Quarles, there was nothing. Like, nothing that this guy I liked. So he's definitely had to make my list proper.
Yeah, he's got a very punchable face. I think he's a good actor, but he's got a very memorable face. So, because it's been a while since I've even seen that season, but when you brought that to the list, I instantly knew who it was. I'm like, it's that guy with the fucking frosted blonde tips.
I was going to say, him and that fucking white hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just looked at a picture of him because I haven't watched Justified, but he looks familiar. Yeah.
Yeah, what's his name?
What's his character or the actor?
Neil McDonough.
Yeah, Neil McDonough.
Yeah, he was in Minority Report. You remember from Minority Report as well.
Oh, yeah. This guy's been in a lot of things.
Yeah,
he's a character actor. He's one of those guys. You just know his face.
Yeah, he's a good actor, but he's got that face that you just want to punch.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of punchable faces, Seamus, who you want to punch? See what I did there?
Again, not evil on my list. I'm going with Kimmy Gibbler from Full House. Definitely had a face that wanted to get punched sometimes, but I would never do that to a lady. But she was just designed to be annoying. She was written as loud, nosy, oblivious, socially awkward, constantly invading the Tanner household. The neighbor who overstays their welcome, never picks up on social cues. Her defining trait was just showing up at the Tanner's house unannounced and unwanted. Her humor leaned heavily on bad puns, goofy catchphrases, gross out jokes, and like over the top outfits. She was the show's designated cringe comic relief. Some fans loved it, some others dreaded it. She was the bane to Danny Tanner's neat freak personality.
Yeah. She didn't get the love that Steve Urkel got.
No, I mean, I think she might have, been redeemed herself or become more like fleshed out when they came back to the remake. But I just couldn't get into the remake the same as the old show, or not remake, the
reboot,
spin-off or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. And I never watched any of it, but I remember her character. She had really big hair all the time, didn't she?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, really ugly outfits.
Mm-hmm.
I think they all had.
Which
really
I probably
outfits.
thought her outfits were great in the 80s, but they
right.
probably not. Yeah, she was annoying as hell.
I love that Seamus picked her because it's in the spirit of what I kind of described there before I gave mine, because it's not quote unquote a villain. I mean, we're talking about a comedy sitcom So obviously there is no like tried and true villains in that. But Seamus is right. I remember even as a kid watching Full House and thinking, why the fuck do these people not lock their goddamn door at this point?
Right.
She's so annoying. Go away.
Yeah.
That's a total thinking outside the box character as well too. And I knew Seamus.
Yeah,
I knew you were
I
going
just
to
wanted to go with some different.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of them that I probably would have shared with your lists, but I just, tried to go like a little outside.
Yeah.
Love it.
And like I told these guys off air, we're all going to pick a character out of all the 6 we have from the 3 movies and the 3 TV shows to play a little game at the end. So stay tuned for that. Be intrigued for that because you don't know what's going to happen. It's a surprise. They don't know. I don't know even. I'm picking Nathan Shelley from Ted Lasso, played by Nick Mohammed. And Nathan Shelley from Ted Lasso was a complex character, arc tracking a journey from insecure kitman to brilliant yet arrogant coach. Initially, Nate is timid, bullied, and lacks self-worth. His rise to success, propelled by Ted's validation, turns into toxic insecurity and a desire for power. I remember watching this show for the first season and talking to my friend, be like, wow, Nate Shelley's like a really good character. You really like him. And he just flips the script and you fucking hate this kid going forward. Like he's such a piece of shit. And again, if you haven't seen Ted Lasso, it's highly recommended. It's a very positive comedy about the old soccer or football.
I don't think I made it far enough for him to have the contrast of his starting character. I just remember him being timid and nice.
Yeah, he starts off very timid and nice, and then spoiler alert, I think it's like season 2. Season 2, it has to be because there's only 3 seasons.
I think I only watched a couple episodes in season 2, so maybe I saw the start of it.
Yeah, he just gets an arrogance to him and starts taking on an attitude. But yeah, Nathan Shelley. I try to kind of think outside the box a little bit with that one as well. Not quite Kimmy Gibbler, but close.
Yeah, I do need to watch that. There's a guy in that who's also in the show Derek, the Ricky Gervais show Derek. The one with one of the main characters with the dark hair who swears a lot.
Oh, Roy Kent. He's hilarious. He's so funny in that show.
I really like him. And yeah, I don't know if you've watched Derek, the show.
I have not.
It's really good. It's great. And he's so good in it. He's not a main character, but he really stands out because, he's really funny.
You would love Ted Lasso then because he's probably the best character in Ted Lasso.
Do you really want to recommend another show to me when I'm still behind?
No,
I did watch another episode of Breaking Bad the other night.
Nice.
I'm well into Landman. I'm obsessed with Billy Bob Thornton in Landman at the moment, but I am watching Breaking Bad as well. I swear to God, I'm getting there.
Breaking Bad. Seamus can recommend that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, great show. And a lot of characters from that show could be on this list.
Yes.
Well, just so you know, Justin hasn't seen it. Not Ted Lasso, not Breaking Bad. I don't have time for any of this stuff. I keep buying VHSs and rewatching movies from my childhood.
I know who my most hated character on this podcast is. Justin.
Excuse me.
All right, we're going back to the top of the list. We got Kate.
So my next one, I was going to put Shauna from Yellow Jackets, and then I realized that show hasn't finished yet. And it's probably a bit too new to be talking about characters at length, but I do hate her. Alpha from The Walking Dead. She was one of the baddies from season 8 or 9. I'm trying to remember which season she came in. So she was kind of the leader of the group, The Whisperers. I know a lot of people bowed out. Yeah, a lot of people sort of stopped watching.
I bowed out when Negan came.
Yeah, and I'm really glad I persevered with it because season 8 was rocky. Season 9, I believe, is when Angela Kang took over as showrunner, and it's exceptional. And Samantha Morton plays Alpha. She's cold, calculating, unemotive. So Alpha is the leader of the Whisperers, but her beta is Ryan Hurst, plays her right-hand man. And he is truly terrifying. I actually had nightmares about that character when the show was on because they wear masks to make them look like zombies. They do some truly horrific things, but she's just so I really hated her for just being so cold and so evil, and it's not the fact that she's evil. I just really disliked her. But Samantha Morton was amazing. She did really well.
I do think I watched maybe like half a season or season with her because I do remember her face. I know that. Yeah,
Yeah.
they wore skin on their face, right, or zombie
They
skin,
did.
or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so scary. Horrible.
Yeah, there's a lot of characters from The Walking Dead you could pick as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, Negan he killed Glenn and ruined the show.
Yeah. I do
They
love
def-
Negan now, though. He
they-
grew on me.
Negan should have died like at least like that second season. Like he went on too long.
Well, I think he's still alive in the comics. If I want to.
Exactly,
Yeah.
he should
He's
be
in a
dead.
spin-off. He got his own show, yeah.
Is he like Jamie Lannister? Like you hate him and then he redeems himself?
Yeah,
I believe so.
He ended up being one of my favorite. I hated Negan when all of that happened, and I won't go into what happens with his story arc, but he became one of my favorite characters. Yeah.
I love Jeffrey Dean Morgan. I think he's a great actor. But again, I just think Negan was about when I bowed out of that show. But I don't think it was all Negan, you know.
Yeah, there was a lot of
They
there was
kept
some bad
dragging things
acting
out.
as well too.
Yeah.
We don't want Negan to die because we need Nate to keep on working on the Walking Dead show. 'Cause Nate's working on the
Yeah.
Negan
Scott
and Barry
Gimple.
show.
Dirty.
Yeah,
When they changed showrunners, it definitely picked up. And I was happy with where it went in the end. I think they ended it well. So I think it's worth picking up and finishing if you are a bit of a completist or if you are curious. There is a lot to be enjoyed in the final seasons.
it's funny because I've heard that from a few people, and I remember when we were trimming weed in New York when I was growing. I was like, you know what? I got a lot of time to watch TV to trim all this weed. I'm gonna rewatch The Walking Dead, and I pretty much made it to like where I was before, where I stopped. I'm like, I can't do it. It was Tara. I hated Tara so much. She was such a horrible actress, and she's a Masterson. So
She
Fuck the
actually,
Mastersons.
I could have put her. She really irritated me. Actually,
Yeah.
there was a massive cliffhanger. I watched an episode in the US. There was a cliffhanger, and I was at the airport ready to fly out from LAX when it was just about to screen, and I was trying to work out what was happening, and I had to board a 16-hour flight and not know what happened in the episode. This is when I was really into The Walking Dead. So
This past weekend, I watched that new the Samara Weaving flick from last year with Nicholson's kid. I watched that, and then I rewatched The Big Lebowski, and I rewatched Sneakers. So yeah, I never got around to Walking Dead. I ain't got much to say about that.
that's okay. We still love you.
Thank you.
well, what do you got to say? Because you're up.
Oh, yes, back to me. Let me talk about a show I have seen. So my next pick is the character of Agent June Stahl from Sons of Anarchy, played by Ali Walker. She was in 19 episodes from season 1 to 3. Walker's performance is incredible. She shows a range of emotions, and I respect the hell out of what she does as an actress, as an actor in the TV series. But my God, was this woman hateable. At the core of the performance is this evil and conniving bitch. Her manipulation of the character of Opie, which was probably the most beloved character of the series, and then trying to set him up as a rat, is the reason for the death of his innocent wife. And then her death in the season finale of season 3 is satisfying and part of one of the most impactful episodes I've ever seen in the history of television. But Ali Walker's great. But yeah, Agent June Stahl.
Yeah.
I
forgot
used
about
to
her.
fucking hate her so bad.
Yeah, I hated her as well.
A lot of people say I look like
especially-
Opie.
Yeah, a little bit.
Need that beard a little longer.
Yeah.
Or Ryan Hurst. That was a
Yes.
joke that we
Oh,
used
it's
to
the
say
guy
a long
from
time ago.
Walking Dead.
Yeah, Walking Dead. Yeah,
Full circle moment. You do a bit.
Ryan would disagree with that. That was kind of like a running joke we had for a little while. He's like, "You don't look like Opie." It's like, I look like Ryan Hurst from Remember the Titans. Seamus.
All right. Well, I'm going way back. My childhood. I'm going with Scrappy Dappy Doo. Yeah, that motherfucker. He completely broke the tone of the show. The original Scooby-Doo formula was like spooky mystery, goofy cowardice, light humor, teamwork. You know, Scrappy barged in with loud bravado, constant yelling, aggressive energy. You know, let me at him! Let me at him! You know, puppy power! It was just that annoying little shit. He didn't fit the vibe at all. It was like dropping a hyperactive toddler into like this quiet mystery show. You know, and then he wasn't just annoying, he like dominated the episodes. He pushed Scooby and Shaggy out of the spotlight. You know, always had to be the center of the plot, turned mysteries into like Scrappy's got to charge at the monster all the time. And I feel like some fans resented the show they love suddenly revolved around a character they didn't ask for.
Yeah, he's pretty much like my Negan. I stopped watching when Scrappy Doo came in.
Yeah, and then they got rid of the gang and just it was like Scrappy Doo, Scooby, and Shaggy. I think they even changed it. It was like Scooby Doo and Scrappy Doo, or I don't remember what it was called, but they basically changed the whole show.
Seamus is tapping into some childhood trauma.
Yeah.
I'm so here
Right.
for it. He is very annoying in hindsight. There's no doubt.
Yes.
What a bad character.
Especially, I can't imagine like being a parent now and watching that show and having him like he'd probably make you mute the TV.
Oh, yeah.
Like here, kid, put the headphones on.
Yeah. All right, well, I'm going to kind of piggyback off Kate. I am going with the governor from The Walking Dead, played by
shit.
David Morrissey. The governor, Philip Blake, from The Walking Dead, is a cunning, charismatic, yet deeply delusional and psychopathic antagonist who acts as a dark reflection of Rick Grimes. He's the leader of Woodbury. He masks his violent, power-hungry nature behind a facade of safety, driven by a need to maintain and control a Messiah complex. And he also had, if I remember correctly, he had the daughter, right? He had the daughter chained up.
Yeah.
The daughter was turned like in his office or whatever. Yeah, that guy really annoyed me. I know he had like one good episode where there was kind of like a cool arc for him, like with his flashbacks, and you kind of saw what happened to him. Made you feel a little sympathy for him, but other than that, like
He lost his wife, didn't he?
And
and his
also,
daughter.
that's how Tara came into the show, isn't it? Through him.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. Thanks
That's
a lot, the governor. Ruined
Yeah.
everything.
I think Glenn saved her. And then she talked later on about how people can't change sides, and it was like, ooh, hypocrite. Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, the governor was a real bastard, wasn't he?
yeah, it was.
He was mean.
Yep, he's a mean son of a bitch with the eye patch.
That's right.
For final TV character, we're going back up to Kate.
Okay, I'm going even further back in time, and I'm picking Henry VIII from The Tudors and Wolf Hall. He is a historical bastard, and he's horrible in whatever show he's in. I really liked The Tudors and Wolf Hall. They're both really good. He's played by Jonathan Rhys-Meyers in The Tudors, and Damian Lewis, who plays Nicholas Brody in Homeland, plays him in Wolf Hall. At least Damian Lewis is a ginger. So, but Jonathan Rhys-Meyers is a really interesting version because, I mean, Henry VIII was not an attractive man, but Jonathan Rhys-Meyers is. So that was an interesting path to take it. But he is a really horrible man. He was awful to all of his wives. All 6 of them are all victims. Anne Boleyn is my personal favorite. I have a big fondness for her. But yeah, he's a tyrant. He's cruel. He's calculating. One of the most horrible people in history, I think, and portrayed very well. But you really do dislike him in both the shows. And also another show I recommend in that vein is Becoming Elizabeth, which kind of starts where he finishes, and it's about the reign of Elizabeth I. But so he's kind of in that, but not really. So yeah, Henry VIII.
I know we're going to keep on saying this, but when an actor or actress can portray a character so well that you hate him so much, it's just, a nod to them. And and you feel bad for when it like ruins careers or people are only known for that. I know we're going to talk about a few, or at least I have a few on my
I think
list.
you don't understand fiction if you hate an actor for a character they play.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Well, you
right.
hear of actors being verbally abused. People coming up to actors and saying, "Oh, why did you do that?" And they're like, "I didn't." But, yeah. Wow, to get invested that much must be interesting. I mean, I hate Henry VIII from history anyway, so it wasn't too hard to dislike him in the shows. But they both played him very, very well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not much of a history buff, and I don't like period pieces in film or television, so it's never something I tune into. But what I will do is at least say something that's on point this time. So Jonathan Rhys-Meyers, I will say, I haven't seen a lot of his work because he does a lot of period piece and whatnot, but he did a film back in 2005 that was directed by a guy that's rightfully been canceled at this point, Woody Allen. So there's a lot of problematic stuff around him. But having said all that, There's a movie called Match Point in 2005. Jonathan Rhys-Meyers is the lead in that movie. Great movie, awesome performance from that guy. I've always liked him there. So I thought I'd at least bring that up.
Is he a musician as well?
I don't know.
Okay, then I looked up the wrong Jonathan Rhys-Meyers then.
Is he in one of the vampire movies, or am I thinking of someone else?
And another point I want to make, I always thought he would be a good a good 007 option.
Oh, yeah. It looks like Jacob Elordi might be the next 007, which I'm pretty happy with, because I think we've had one Australian one, haven't we? But other than that...
Oh, yeah, he's an Irish guy, right? Jonathan Rhys-Meyers.
He is. Yes, he is from Dublin in Ireland. And I don't know if he's a musician.
I think he is. But I could be wrong.
It's in Velvet Goldmine, Bend It Like Beckham. Yeah, he's in quite a bit.
Probably a good portion of actors that think they're musicians.
Yeah. True.
And a good portion of those actors Greg thinks are American.
Well, they act. That's because they're such good actors.
Mm-hmm.
A self-taught singer and guitarist, Myers has appeared in a number of musical roles. His first such role was as Brian Slade in The Velvet Goldmine. 2 of the songs he sang, Babes on Fire and Tumbling Down, are on the film soundtrack.
I'm a self-taught singer as well. Funny that.
Me too. Justin, who you got?
All right, to round out my list, I'm not picking a traditional villain either, although it's debatable. Monica Geller from Friends, portrayed by Courtney Cox. 235 episodes to the entire run of the series. She is, to me, the single most unlikable aspect of this entire series. I can just barely, and I mean just barely, tolerate the character in the first 3 seasons. After that, she becomes one of the most annoying, selfish, and unlikable characters in the history of television. She's on a comedy sitcom also, and somehow never fucking funny, which is a crime. She is the reason why the series goes off the rails to me. A lot of people might point to a lot of reasons why the series goes off the rails, and there's a lot of people that love that series. But although I like a lot of things about the first 3, some of the comedy lands, she never does. It almost got to the point where I almost disliked the actress because of how much I dislike her character in Friends. And I'll be honest with you, she's not great in Scream either. So maybe I don't like the actress. Maybe I'm going there.
I think she's there for her hair primarily.
Yeah.
No, that was Jennifer Aniston.
No, that was Jennifer Aniston. I was going to say...
if anything, she was horrible. She dissed Ross for so long.
I was talking about...
The hair in Scream? Yeah.
The hair in Scream,
Yeah, she's always got interesting hair. I don't mind her as in Scream, but Monica's really... I find people who are super competitive really fucking annoying. Like, I'm not a competitive person by nature, except...
It's not only that, but like, if you
Monopoly.
look at the series when she and Chandler get together, she treats him like shit. I mean, literally treats him like dog shit when they're supposed to be together, and it's just terrible. I hate it.
Yeah, she's a know-it-all. Yeah, she's annoying.
I like when Sherry O'Terry plays her in a Scary Movie instead. Gail Swallows! Gail Swallows!
I never really watched Friends. I didn't know she was a terrible person in it.
She's an evil bitch.
She's got to be right all the time, and she has to control everything. Everything has to be clean and tidy, which is fine to be tidy, but, you know.
I was looking at other people's lists. I feel like I saw Ross more than I don't remember seeing her.
Yeah, I saw Ross a bunch as well.
He's just annoying. She's something else.
Yeah. And they are twins, aren't they? So are they twins or are they just siblings? I can't remember.
I think they're just siblings. I'm going off memory though. I could be wrong.
Yeah. I always thought Rachel was really funny in that show. Her comedic, Jennifer Aniston's comedic timing's really good, and Phoebe's pretty funny. Although I think Lisa Kudrow's, I can't tell if she's nice and real. I don't know her, so I can't say. But I've heard very mixed things about whether she's a nice person or not. And I'm like, well, I think it depends on who the person she's talking to is, whether she likes you or not, whether she's nice, which is actually fair because I'm kind of like that as well. But yeah, I think, Courtney Cox wasn't.
Stay tuned to find out in our next episode, most hated actors and actresses. In real life.
We're going to get cancelled. Oh.
Seamus, who you got?
I saved the best for last.
I can't wait.
I can't wait to hear this.
I'm going with George Costanza.
Oh, get out of here. No. George is getting upset.
George's default mode is, how does this benefit me? How do I avoid responsibility? How do I get out of this with the least amount of effort? He'll lie, cheat, manipulate, or throw anyone under the bus, friends, coworkers, girlfriends, if it gets him a tiny advantage. He's insecure to the point of toxicity. He's petty beyond belief. He's lazy, shirks responsibility. George wants the perks of success, the respect of professionals, the admiration of others, but he doesn't want to do any of the work. He's morally flexible. Some of his most infamous moments include pushing children and the elderly out of the way during a fire, pretending to be disabled to get a job, faking charity donations, exploiting tragedies for personal gain. He's not evil. He's just ethically hollow. But he's a great character because he's also relatable in ways people don't want to admit. He's despicable, but he also, reflects our worst impulses, our insecurities, our pettiness, selfish moments, desire to cut corners. He's part of human nature we'd rather pretend doesn't exist. Again, I hate him. I think he's a deplorable person, but I loved his character. He's one of the greatest characters.
Yeah.
He's hilarious. He's brilliantly written, perfectly acted. He's the engine of many of the show's best episodes. So yeah, he's despicable, but he's also one of the greatest sitcom characters ever created. And he's just unapologetically flawed.
Well, he's not a liar. It's not a lie if you believe it. He's also based on one of the best people of all time, Larry David. So I love him. But yes, he is despicable for sure.
And the shrinkage is insane too. Yeah, he's
I was in the pool. I was in the pool.
Oh god, I love him. He's terrible, and his answering machine message is great too.
Oh yeah.
We're meant to be annoyed by him, aren't we? He's despicable. He's such a bad person. He's morally bankrupt. I agree.
Yeah, Seamus is right. He is like the most despicable person ever. He's the kind of guy you don't want to have as a friend. You don't want to have as a neighbor. You don't want to have any of that, right? But
fiance.
What?
Poor Susan.
Yeah, especially not. But back to the whole Geller thing. At least his character's funny. He's consistent. Right. And much like Seamus said, in all the ways we don't want to admit, he is relatable. And even if you can't relate to him personally, you know someone like that. You're relatives with someone like that. So for all those reasons, it makes it a compelling character. So that much is going for him, where Monica Geller doesn't have that.
Oh yeah, he's endlessly watchable.
Yeah.
And his parents are great.
He's probably my favorite character on the show.
Well, his dad might have won a certain episode. She's bald. You're bald.
He's someone I don't know how anybody would be friends with him, because he doesn't do anything good for anybody but himself.
No.
Well, if he called me, I would be like, "Who is this?"
I mean, but to be fair, most of the main characters on that show were pretty terrible.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they're all, and that's the whole crux of the finale, isn't it? That they're terrible people.
Yeah. That they're awful human beings.
Yeah, I do love them though.
Me too. I think I'm gonna watch some Seinfeld after this.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a show that its premise was basically hated people.
I also saved the best for last. I remember when I watched the first season of the show, Seamus had read all the books, so I instantly texted him. I was like, dude, I gotta read these books because I gotta find out if this person dies. I hate this person so much. I'm talking about Joffrey Baratheon from Game of Thrones, played by Jack Gleason, brilliantly. This kid, he's the boy king, pretty much the true example of a true villain, driven by sadism, narcissism, and cowardice, resulting from his warped upbringing and his absence of empathy. This dude was an evil motherfucker. He was a snotty little brat, and whether it be in the book or in the TV series portrayed by Jack Gleason perfectly, he was such a little fucking shit, and I think everybody celebrated when that little fucker got it.
Everybody, just like everybody celebrated when Burke died, but Burke went out too easy from Aliens.
Yeah. That's right. The purple wedding. I remember that. Everyone blew up online after that.
The red wedding.
Oh no, the people were calling it the purple wedding because he turned purple.
Right. When he's poisoned. Yeah. At least he went out in misery, whereas
he suffered big time.
Burke just got thing through his
chomped.
brain.
Yeah, he got a quick
Yeah.
chomp. Deserved
Yeah.
more. Yeah,
did.
I feel sorry for the actor that played Joffrey because didn't he quit acting for a while because people were so horrible to him?
Yeah, he
Poor
was.
kid.
That's
Oh
a
my
prime
God.
example of people not
There's again,
not getting
Yeah.
it.
people can't disassociate
Yeah.
themselves from fiction and acting.
And he was probably a little bit inbred too, so maybe that had to do with his personality problems.
When your parents are Cersei Lannister or Jaime Lannister, regardless of whether there's even incest involved, they're both terrible human beings. Especially Jaime in the beginning, he comes back a little bit, and you learn to respect his character a little bit. But Cersei is awful.
Yeah.
I thought Kate was talking about like in real life, like if he was like born from incest, Jack Gleason. I was like, oh, was he
All
really?
right.
He was perfect
Sorry,
for the role.
Jack. No, I'm pretty sure his parents are not are not siblings. Yeah, they're I'm sure he's normal. God.
I've seen some pretty good interviews with him lately, and he seems like a happy young kid, dude, or a happy young man, I should say. He's probably like in his early 30s, probably now.
Yeah. God, he played that character well.
Yeah,
It was awful.
You could pick at least half a dozen characters
from Game of
from
Thrones.
those books and or show, whatever,
Yep.
and put on this list.
Absolutely. There's not many redeeming characters in that show. Even Theon Greyjoy is a little fucking bastard.
That's also why I love the show, because it's not romanticized. It's brutal. It's real life, especially back in the in the Dark Ages or whatever. Obviously it's fictional, but back in that time, things were brutal and there was no law.
Reminds me of Always Sunny when like Danny DeVito, when they flash back to Danny DeVito and Charlie, and they're like in the olden times, like Charlie, it's like this is the 1800s. We can just kill anybody.
I've been watching the new Game of Thrones show. It's really good. Just as a little,
Great.
Oh shit!
really enjoying it.
Greg thinks it's boring and sucks. I'm like,
Well, you
"You're
need to
crazy.
actually-
What's the matter with you?"
I
I
watched the
didn't say it
first two
sucks.
episodes and fell asleep, and then I was like, okay, I need to go back, and I rewatched it because I needed a nap and a snack like Chucky,
Oh,
and
I love
I
every
went back
episode.
and watched it, and I loved it. I'm obsessed now.
It's very different from Game of Thrones. It's more of
Yeah.
a lighthearted
Yeah,
aspect.
and the kid's
It's
so
more
cute.
story characters.
Yeah,
I love it. I just watched episode 4 last night. It was awesome. I can't
I've only
wait for
watched
the next
3. I
episode.
think I'm trying to spread myself way too thin on shows, but I'm gonna just finish it. I swear to God, I'm gonna watch it, Greg. I'm gonna
Curb Your
At the
Enthusiasm
end-
over Game
at
of
the
Thrones.
end with like when they start keying in with the theme music, and it's like, oh yeah, look, yeah, I can't wait for next week.
So I didn't say I hated it. I said I was bored by it. I didn't say it sucked. I did say I was tired. I do have to give it another chance. Seamus and Sean both were loving it, and I know they have great taste, probably the best taste.
What
that's
am
out
I?
there.
Do I not have good taste, Greg?
Oh, you have. I didn't want to state the obvious.
I like it
Yeah.
better. I like it better than House of Dragons.
Yeah, actually, yeah. I'm annoyed with that show, actually. I won't even get into that now because I'll go on a rant, but yeah. God damn it. Yes.
Well-
Sorry for taking us off track there.
Nope. Before we go off track and go on more rants, we're gonna go to movies, and
Before we do that, do we have room for any honorable mentions?
absolutely.
Because I wanted to at least talk about Boy Cavalier. We've talked about him a lot with Alien Earth.
He's a good one.
A
I can't believe I didn't pick
perf-
him, actually.
Yeah, great performance, but anyone that uses their fucking feet to like handle things is already immediately unlikable. So there's that.
Daniel Day-Lewis, left foot.
I was just going to say. Oh,
That's
no.
different. He had
Tarantino.
no choice.
Yeah.
He was adapting to his situation. I'll give him that. All right, so maybe I shouldn't have picked on the feet maneuvers, but whatever. Boy Cavalier sucks. He's evil.
He's horrible.
And then the other honorable mention is pretty much the entire cast of that 70s show, not named Red, some of which are actual pieces of shit in real life. So yeah, awful fucking series. I hate that show.
If I go with some honorable mentions, I would obviously go Walter White from Breaking Bad, Homelander from The Boys,
Oh yes,
And
good pick.
Wendy from Ozark.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, she's an evil bitch. I would say
Yeah.
the Swede from Hell on Wheels. He was a
Yeah,
he was a
good one.
motherfucker.
I hated that motherfucker.
Clay from Sons of Anarchy. Ron Perlman.
Yeah, and Gemma.
Yep. And Gemma's
Mine
on the
was
list.
Perlman.
For,
Great performances though. Holy
yes,
shit.
great performances. Gemma's
Oh.
excellent.
I didn't know she was such a good actress till I saw her in that show.
Yeah, that's her husband's show, I believe.
Yeah.
I think Kurt Sutter was her husband, or is her husband.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sure there's so many we've forgotten. Obviously, yeah, Homelander's a great one as well too. Homelander's such a piece of shit, but Boy Cavalier, what a great guy, what a good character.
Little dickhead. These stupid little suits.
Yeah.
Smack him.
Any more honorable mentions before we move on?
My only one was Shauna from Yellow Jackets, the only one I thought of, but yeah, I'll probably think of 20 when I walk away.
Is that the Kiwi?
Yeah, actually, Melanie Linsky plays her as the adult
Okay.
version of Shauna. Yep. She
Really?
was
She's
one of
hated?
my favorites at first, and then I was like, no, hate you now. So
Yeah.
she's annoying as shit. The younger ones, I don't hate either of the actresses, but they do a very good job of making me dislike this character in both forms, adult and child.
All right, we're moving on to movies.
Mm.
Kate, what's your first one?
Okay, I'm so sorry, guys. I know the history thing's probably annoying, but my dear friends at the Kilt and the Redneck podcast recently covered Braveheart, and it made me remember how much I love this movie. I haven't seen
It's
it
a
for a
great
while. Yeah, and I actually went with King Edward I, also known as Longshanks, played by Patrick McGowan. And so the real King Edward I ruled from 1272 to 1307. The movie's not entirely accurate. He actually died a few years after William Wallace. He didn't do the Jus Primus Noctis thing with the night of the rite of the first night. A lot of the stuff in it is fictional, but it is still quite historically accurate. But he was a bastard, and he's horrible in the movie. The movie version of him is just, to me, one of the most hateable movie characters I could think
I
of.
think that probably 95 to 98% of the monarchy from those times was probably horrible people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there was some that did, like Henry V was pretty good. There's a couple that were like, I mean, Tudor history is much more my thing, but even though he was horrible. But yeah, I mean, I think they all did some pretty horrific things. But in the movie in particular, he's just so calculating and cold, so heartless and cruel even to his own child, and to the new princess.
I thought about him as well.
Yeah, he's a piece of
Braveheart's
shit.
an excellent movie. I love that movie. I haven't seen it in a long time, but that was a great movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was a piece of shit.
Hated him.
I like fun movies.
What you got?
Yeah, Braveheart's not fun.
What you got? You're up next.
Well, all right. This movie's not so fun, but it's one of the first characters I thought of when you talked about this project, and that is Percy Wetmore from The Green Mile, played by a very game Doug Hutchinson. If his goal was to execute the performance of the most unlikable character in all of movies, I think he succeeded. This character is such a snake. He's a weasel, a cowardly piece of shit. The cruelty he shows poor Michael Jeter's character is awful. I've never known a character that I have wanted more than to have a chance to meet in a dark alley and have my fucking way with this guy. I can't stand him. Great performance, because it's very believable. He's just the biggest snake I've ever known and such a coward.
He's a bit of a weirdo as an actor, or as a person in real life, I believe, as well.
I
Oh,
believe
really?
that.
Yeah.
I just had to look up which one he was from that movie. Yeah, hate him.
Also, what's his name? The guy who actually did the killing, who's Sam Rockwell, is also very hateable in that movie.
Oh, yeah,
as
he's
well.
bad too. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a great pick. I had made the cover for the episode, and then you had sent me the list. I was like, oh, shit, nice. Seamus, you up.
I'm going to start off with Colonel William Tavington from The Patriot. Tavington, he's brutal and ambitious. He's a remorseless antagonist who commits atrocities, targets civilians. He embodies the film's exaggerated depiction of British cruelty. He's a man who believes civilians who support the Patriot deserve to be treated as combatants. Why am I messing this word up right now? Combatants. Soldiers are punished as spies, God damn it. This leads him to commit atrocities that go far beyond battlefield conduct, making him feel like a sadistic enforcer rather than a soldier. He's not conflicted, not sympathetic. He's pure, cold violence. Tavington is not driven by loyalty or honor, but by ambition, desire for glory, and resentment over his family's ruined name. His drive for total victory is tied to personal bitterness and not military duty.
Plus, he's Drake Malfoy's dad, and he killed Heath Ledger.
Yeah. Oh, Mr. Is it Lucius?
Combatants.
Lucius.
I think that's how you say it. I don't know. I'm messing that word
Combatants,
up.
yeah. Combatants.
Yeah.
Did you want to say it now? And he could. No, I'm just kidding.
Put it back in.
I'll just cut that part out.
Yeah.
A robot voice comes.
Yeah, that's a great one. A lot of people have him, and he was on a lot of lists. And I remember him as being just like the guy from Green Mile. I remember wanting to fucking just knock the fucking shit out of this dude.
Yeah, he was
just
mean.
ruthless.
And he seems like such a lovely man in real life. I love the relationship he has with the guy that plays Draco. And for him, he's always plays like the meanest character. He does it so well.
He's good in Event Horizon. He plays a good character.
Oh, yeah, he's in that. God, I haven't watched that for a while.
We're talking about Jason Isaacs?
Yeah. Even though he gets operated on.
Good movie, that.
I'm going to pivot, and I'm going to go Losef Tarazov from John Wick, played by Alfie Allen, who could make this list as another character as Theon Greyjoy. This motherfucker killed a dog. That's it. I hate him just for that alone, but he's such a little fucking shit. He kills the dog. He starts this whole fucking thing with John Wick. Gets him, he's made him make like 5 movies. We would only had like 1 John Wick movie if he didn't do this.
It would just be a retirement flick?
Yeah. But we love, talk about the opposite of hateable characters and hateable people. Keanu Reeves, he's on point.
Yeah.
Break.
It's funny, though, because, like, none of the characters from John Wick, at least the villainous characters, like, none of them are likable, relatable, or anything. They're all very hollow, very shallow characters, which I think works for the movie because the focus, obviously, is on Keanu and the journey and the story about the group and everything. So it works. But, yeah, any time a dude kills a dog, I fucking hate him so much.
Yep. I do like Alfie Allen as an actor. I think he's really good in Game of Thrones.
Has anybody tallied John Wick's kill count in those movies? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's
I'm sure somebody has.
God,
it's probably up there with Pinhead numbers.
Yeah, I think Pinhead's one of the leaders. But yeah, I guess I do like Alfie Allen as an actor. I did like Theon Greyjoy's arc eventually. I thought he kind of redeemed himself a little bit, even though he's a little bit of shit and got tortured like a motherfucker. But for
Lily Allen's brother too. Only found that out pretty recently.
Yep.
Not important.
Who?
Lily Allen, the singer, the one that sings a lot. Yeah. In the English
one that
accent.
Started OnlyFans for her feet.
Did she? Wow.
That was the one that was married to Harbour, David Harbour.
Yes. Yeah. Poor woman.
Well, Quentin Tarantino's all over that OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Right.
He's like, jackpot!
Yeah. Good for her. Make that money.
Oh, good for you. Going back to the top, Kate.
Okay, I swear to God, I'm going to go with someone modern in my next one.
I was going to say, I hope it's not a period piece. Or
It's not. Well, this is my oldest character so far, and I swear to God, it wasn't intentional, but it is my wheelhouse. I went with Theron from 300,
I'm screwed.
played by Dominic West, who I think also plays Prince Charles in The Crown. I have a feeling he plays Prince Charles. So he is a politician in 300. You guys have all seen 300, obviously.
Yep.
No? Justin? No?
Yeah,
okay. Justin's shaking his head at me.
Really?
You'd like it. It's really good.
I don't like period pieces.
Oh, it's not a period. Well, I mean, it's.
It looks like a period piece to me.
Did you watch Sin City?
Yes.
So it's very much. It's like an art style like Sin City. It's very fucking very cool.
So you don't watch any movies that aren't in modern times?
No. Yeah, well, kind of, yeah. I just don't. I'm not into, like, historic stories. It just doesn't work for me. I don't like the language. I don't like the incest. I don't like any of that shit.
Well, the good thing in this one, even though it is set in ancient Greece, in Sparta, King Leonidas does have a Scottish accent. So, it's in normal language, which is good.
Yeah.
So Theron is basically a corrupt politician in 300. He's not based on a real person from that time, but in ancient Sparta, they would have 2 kings. So one king went to war and one stayed and did the politics. And I'm pretty sure Theron would have been from the Assembly because they had men around age 30 would be like all involved in the politics. So he basically gets corrupted by King Xerxes, who isn't really the biggest bad in the movie. I think Theron is the worst character. And he betrays his king. And he also essays the queen, and he's just a pig of a person in general. So yeah, I thought he was a good choice for most hated because I definitely hate him the most.
Yeah, 300 is badass. So this is a fucking crazy movie.
Yeah, I mean it's historically pretty accurate. A lot of the stuff, I mean the visuals aren't, but the things that get said and the people in it, it's pretty well done.
A lot of beefcakes in that one.
Yeah, they look great. I'm a fan. Yep.
CGI abs.
Yes, very much so. Yeah.
All right, Justin, what's your next period piece?
Yeah, well, yeah. Where's John from Dewey Pod Monster when you need him? He would be on my side with this because I don't think he likes it either. If it's post World War II, I can watch. Other than that, I don't want it. I'm sorry. Okay.
That's okay.
Sorry, it's just not my thing.
So you didn't like Saving Private Ryan?
No, I don't.
Ooh, it's a good show.
For one, no, Saving Private Ryan's okay because I'm into some war flicks, but it's too fucking slow, and that's Greg probably knows this best of the bunch here. Kate does too, but I'm not into long films, and if it's going to be a long film, you got to do something to really keep me invested. Like Godfather 2 is great. Somehow it keeps me invested. And that's going back a little bit, but yeah, other than that, there's certain types of themes and stuff I just can't get into. I get bored. It's probably my ADHD, but at any rate, let me get to mine. I picked the character of Grandmother from Flowers in the Attic. So Louise Fletcher is either one of the best actresses of her time, or she really was the personification of evil. I'm not sure, because her performances as both this character of Grandmother and of the cruel and heartless Nurse Ratched are two of the best portrayals of pure evil in film history. Her grandmother character is terrifying. I remember this movie freaked me out as a kid. She scared me for quite some time of both grandmothers and attics. I couldn't go to see Grandma, and I would not go to the attic. I said, fuck that, you're going to lock me up there and feed me cookies that are poison. I'm not going.
I was just going to say, and cookies too. Be scared of cookies.
I'm staying here. I'm going to play with my friends. Leave me alone. I don't like Grandma. There you go.
So guess what, Justin? We're going to visit Grandma to have some cookies in the attic.
She's awful. I didn't like her at all.
We're gonna do a contrast list: most hated grandmas and most and lovable grandmas from film.
If you ask 8-year-old me, I'd say they're all terrible. They're all evil. They want to kill me.
Grandma's boy.
Speaking of evil, I do this one on my list was evil. I'm going with Hans Landa from The Glorious Bastards. You know, he's brilliant, but he uses that brilliance for monstrous purposes. Highly intelligent, observant, strategic, multilingual. He uses all of these gifts to hunt, manipulate, and destroy innocent people. You know, and you get the feeling that he enjoys the power balance. He revels in cornering people, watching them squirm, forcing them to betray others, playing cat and mouse games. He treats human suffering like a sport or a competition. His politeness is a weapon. You know, one of the most unsettling things about Landa is how he blends like charm, courtesy, humor, refined manners with cruelty, manipulation, and violence. He smiles while he destroys lives. You know, and that contrast makes him feel more monstrous than a typical villain.
Yeah, the opening scene is very, very chilling, and I love when Tarantino uses Christoph Waltz. He plays a great villain and a great hero in Django Unchained as well, too.
He's probably one of my favorite actors. He's amazing.
Yeah, he's excellent.
And I'd watch probably anything he did.
Yeah.
He's good in the new Frankenstein movie, too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I didn't know he was in it when I started watching it.
That wasn't the best portrayal of him. Not that he wasn't bad in it, but he didn't stand out as much like in other roles.
Yeah, I guess he wasn't the main character. But yeah, good choice.
You know, this dude's a great actor, and you're right. Like, this is the personification of Nazi Germany. I mean, he's as pure evil as you're going to get. And I like the way Seamus described it. I mean, he'll do it with a smile on his face.
Yep.
And
Yes.
just this false bravado. And
he starts off all friendly,
Yep.
yeah.
And then he likes to trip you up with his questions, and he's basically arrogant, uses his intelligence against innocent common people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what makes a good villain, is when they're killing you with a smile. And yeah, he's very casual with his conversation, and then kind of ropes you in. He's very, very chilling, very, very good evil character. My character is an arrogant prick. I'm going with Warden Norton, played by Bob Gunton in 1994's Shawshank Redemption. Probably the best book to movie ever made, or one of them. And this guy is such a fucking shit. You could even say Clancy Brown could be on that list as well too, as one of the prison guards. He's a fucking asshole as well. In the book, he basically kind of runs away. In the movie, he shoots himself, kills himself at the end.
Clancy Brown, I think he's the actor with the most. He's been in the most Stephen King films or films. Yeah.
Pet Sematary 2.
I loved him in Dexter. Like he was a great killer in Dexter.
Is he in Starship Troopers as well?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love Clancy
Really
Brown.
great character actor, man.
He
He's
is.
awesome.
He's in Bad Boys, the prison movie.
He is. I remember.
Yeah. And Highlander. He's the villain in Highlander. But yeah, so Warden Norton, Shawshank Redemption, throwing the rock through the picture of what's her name?
Rita Hayworth.
Rita Hayworth.
Yeah,
Yep. Yep. I think it's Rita Hayworth in the book, but I think isn't it somebody else in the movie?
Oh, I thought it was
I don't
her.
think so. It's her.
Oh.
Who's the girl that she was in Seinfeld, and she like flips out on George or flips out on somebody? Fuck.
Oh, I'll have to look that up now. I'm curious who the hell you're talking about who was in Seinfeld. A picture of Elaine up on the... with the exposed nipple. Sorry.
Raquel Welch.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not who
right.
he has the picture of, though.
Isn't changes over time, doesn't it? It goes...
So it's either in the book or the movie. It's Raquel Welch.
Well, no, because the book is called Rita Hayworth and the Shawshank
Okay,
Redemption.
so I think in the movie he's got the Raquel Welch one up.
Right.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty
I think
sure.
he starts with an older one, then as the time goes on, he replaces with a more modern picture, which is her.
Yeah. She's on there at one of the times, I believe.
Yeah, I'd forgotten about that. It's been a while since I've watched it.
Yeah, she gets pissed off in Seinfeld, I remember that. I forgot what she gets mad at, but somebody. But that's a tangent for another day. Going back to the top of the list. Kate, give us your last one.
Okay, my last one is not from a period piece. And it is another one that is a bit of a smiling assassin who looks like they would be a friendly person and is not. I went with Professor Dolores Umbridge from the Harry Potter films.
Ooh, it's a good
she
one.
makes her first appearance in book 5. We're talking about a movie here, so Order of the Phoenix. And she's the defense against the arts teacher, the dark arts teacher. Sorry, not against the arts, the dark arts. Be specific about that. She's basically placed there by the Ministry of Magic to take power away from Professor Dumbledore. She is very, very evil. She's very, very cruel. She tortures students with punishment, and she portrays herself as sweet and innocent, but is anything but. And at least with Voldemort, you know that he's evil. You know that he's a baddie. With her, she portrays herself as an angel, but is in fact the devil. So
yeah, she sucks.
I'm not familiar with this character, but I saw that a lot of people. She's on the top list of a lot of people.
Oh,
I was reading.
Yeah, she's an evil
that doesn't
bitch.
surprise me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was the first character that came to my wife's mouth when I said about
Oh, really?
Because she
I love that.
instantly thought of that. And she was always big into Harry Potter. I never really cared for Harry Potter because I'm not big into fantasy either. Surprise, surprise. Did I ever tell you the story about when someone tried to force me to watch Hook, by the way?
Rufio.
But yeah, like I said, like Seamus said, it's all over. People just despise this character, so I get it.
Yep.
Yeah, I never got into Harry Potter either, so I never made it this far to even know this character.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I like fantasy, like Game of Thrones fantasy, not kiddie fantasy.
Luminous!
Yeah, I mean,
I tried. Greg tried to get me into the books. I read like 2 of them, and I just
And it sucks
wasn't
because you
feeling
gave up right when it starts to get good because it starts to get really good in the third book. The third book is excellent.
yeah, it gets a lot darker in the third book.
Yep,
The first
it
two
does get
are
dark.
much more kiddie geared, but yeah, the
Yep.
third one onwards scared
I
me.
think I started the 3rd book. I didn't get far into it.
The seventh book is super fucking dark. It's awesome. The Horcrux, when I get all of that shit, it's pretty good storytelling. Like I said,
I think the fourth one is really frightening to like. I got really scared reading, and I was grown up when I read it, but I was quite scared reading the fourth one. Yeah.
the first three are kind of kiddie. It starts to get darker towards the third one for sure.
Yeah.
All right, Justin.
All right, so for my final one, I want to talk about the movie Die Hard. I did not pick Alan Rickman's Hans Gruber because he's an awesome villain.
Hell yeah.
No, instead I picked the real villain of the first film, which is the sleazy Ellis played by Hart Bacher, I think is his last name. This guy was such a scumbag. He was a misogynist and a complete tool. He got his, but I kind of wish he would have like tried to escape and got knocked out by Argyle down in the parking garage because that'd have been fucking awesome. Ellis, you scumbag piece of shit. I hate you.
Piece of shit.
Yep. Does he say Bubby or Bubby? Hans, Bubby.
Bubby. He says Bubby because he's a
Ugh.
fucking tool bag.
Boy, Bubby.
Yeah, he's a dickhead. Yeah, I don't like
He was
him.
a piece of shit.
I was kind of happy when he went.
Yeah. Hans
Spoilers
took
for
care
Die Hard.
What?
Oh my god. Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Don't you? Have you seen it? You've
I've
seen
seen
it,
it.
have you? Oh, thank
I've
God.
seen Die Hard 1, 2, and 3.
3 is excellent. 3 is my
I
favorite.
love 3. Yeah,
I think we talked about this the other day, didn't
Sam,
we?
Sam Jackson. Die Hard with a Vengeance.
It's very good.
Speaking of Sam Jackson,
Oh boy.
I'm going one of the biggest piece of shits in films. I'm going with Steven from Django Unchained. Steven in Django Unchained is like one of Tarantino's probably most intentionally hated characters. He's despised because he represents a very specific, very disturbing kind of evil, one that feels more psychologically unsettling than even like the film's overtly violent antagonists. Basically, he's loyal to the oppressor, not the oppressed. You know, Stephen is a slave who fiercely protects his slave master. He enforces Calvin Candy's cruelty. You know, he polices other enslaved people, reinforces the plantation hierarchy. You know, he's not just complicit, he's enthusiastically aligned with the people who brutalize him. The betrayal of his own people is the core of why audiences find him so vile. You know, Stephen has more authority than the other enslaved people, and he abuses it constantly. He mocks them, threatens them, tattles on them, enjoys watching them suffer. He's the classic middle manager of oppression. You know, someone who gains a tiny bit of power and uses it to make life worse for everyone beneath him. Stephen isn't a brute. You know, he's smart, observant, calculating. You know, he instantly sees through Django's cover and manipulates Candy. You know, he's the strategist, the enforcer, the emotional puppeteer. You know, he's the one who actually runs the household. He's the shadow villain, the one who keeps the system functioning. And that's what makes him feel more insidious than Candy himself, who also should be on this list.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit too. Yeah, that's a great pick. Sam, that's one of Sam Jackson's best roles. He's awesome in that.
Yeah, he portrayed him so well.
Yeah, it's actually a really good performance. Now, Sam Jackson's always great. I don't think I've ever seen him not be great in a movie.
Yep.
But I love that you picked him, Seamus, because it's not a character that instantly comes to mind. But by the end of that flick, like, yeah, he's the character that I'm like, motherfucker, this guy.
Right.
This freaking guy. So, yeah, he's definitely pure evil in this movie.
And sometimes
The
he
big
just does it with
manipulator.
a look. Like
Yeah.
some of those looks he gives in that movie are like fucking
Oh,
chilling.
jeez.
I've only seen that movie once, and I can't remember anything that happened in it. I've just realized
that's my favorite Tarantino movie.
I'll have to watch it again.
That
I
movie is
really
so awesome.
can't remember anything.
Christoph Waltz is so fucking good in that movie, and so is Jamie Foxx. I mean, everybody is.
I was
Everybody's
going to say,
great in that.
DiCaprio, low-key,
DiCaprio's-
it might be one of DiCaprio's best
Yep.
performances.
And he cut
Agreed.
when he slams down on he like breaks the glass, like really cuts his hand, like just keeps on rolling.
Yeah,
with
he's terrifying in that
Yeah.
movie, especially in that scene.
Yeah.
it. That movie's fucking great.
I love that movie.
Yep. And it's got the Goggins. Walton Goggins is in it.
Yes, it does.
That's right.
Love me some Gogs.
You get shot in the dick.
Oh no.
So for my last one, Misa going with Jar Jar Binks
Oh shit.
Rightfully so.
from Star Wars Phantom Menace. I gotta thank Seamus for bringing that up because it totally slipped my mind.
Yeah.
And he had mentioned it. I was like, oh my god, that's right. This character was so hated in for
The worst.
yeah, but for like kind of all the wrong reasons. Because I mean, he kind of helped ruin Star Wars a little bit, but he's a Gungan from Naboo in Star Wars. He's a bumbling yet surprisingly pivotal character, acting as the comic relief, a diplomat, and a general who bridges cultures. But he's basically, criticized for his childish nature, and he's always kind of tripping and falling into like the correct path or whatever. Like
He was the downfall of Star Wars.
I'm going to have a hot take, and I do not like to pick on child actors, but I think Jake Lloyd might be the downfall of Star Wars.
Is that Anakin?
Young Anakin?
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he was awful too. I
It's
mean,
one of the worst child performances I've ever seen.
It was pretty bad.
the Phantom Menace was the downfall of Star Wars.
Yes, true.
Are you a Jedi? Yeah. Yeah, that kid sucked.
He's bad in Jingle All the Way, too. He's not quite as bad as he is in Star Wars Phantom Menace, but man,
plus-
he's not a good actor.
We knew what he was going to become, so they should have just killed him off early.
Exactly.
I mean, Jar Jar was kind of funny the first time, and then it grew old real quick. And I thought it was funny how in the second one, like in episode 2, he was so much not in it. Like he was
Yeah.
very briefly.
Let's back
like,
off a
they've-
little bit with him.
Yeah, I do.
Where was
feel bad
Mace
for the actor,
Windu when
though.
you needed him to find a young Anakin? Kill the younglings!
Before we get into honorable mentions, like I said at the beginning, I need to have one character from your list, it doesn't matter who it is. Justin.
I'm going to go with Agent June Stahl.
Seamus, do you want
I guess I'm gonna go with George Costanza. Can't stand you.
I was hoping you were going to go with Scrappy.
Or Kimmy Gibbler.
to put Kimmy in there? She wouldn't last 5 minutes.
All right, Kate.
I think I'm being strategic by saying Professor Dolores Umbridge. I might have kicked myself in the ass there. I'm not sure. Time will tell.
Okay. And I'm going to go with Jar Jar Binks.
Oh, God.
And before we get into this game, we got June Stahl, George Costanza, Professor Umbridge, and Jar Jar Binks. What are some honorable mention movies that you guys have? Or, I'm sorry, honorable mention actors or actresses, characters?
I think I'll throw out right away Robin Wright's Jenny in Forrest Gump.
Jenny!
I fucking hate the movie, as you all know, and I think Forrest Gump qualifies as a hated character too. But Jenny is without a doubt the villain of that flick. She's terrible.
I must have had
a
so
couple
many
others-
Dr. Peppers.
Oh God, a couple other I want to throw out. Tom Berenger's Sergeant Barnes from Platoon.
Nice.
That guy is pure evil. I'm not big on him as an actor, but I think he really nails that character. And then they do like the makeup effects with the scar on his face. He's creepy as hell. I love it.
Yep.
And then Piper Laurie's Margaret White from Carrie. Like back to the whole grandmother thing. This is pure evil. Scared me off religion as a kid, so that's why I'm not religious to this day. Terrifying themes.
Good job.
Awful human being. The real villain of that flick, not Carrie.
Carrie Stagg, you're right.
I'm gonna go with Francis Buxton from Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Bike's not for sale, Francis. I'm going with also Biff Tannen from Back to the Future.
Oh, yeah.
Make like a tree and get out of here.
Gotta get that sports almanac.
Yeah.
Kate, any notables for you or honorable mentions?
Billy Zane's character from Titanic.
Yes.
Oh, good one. Yes.
Nice.
He's not nice. He seems, I mean, Billy Zane's lovely, and he seems like a good guy from the start, and you feel kind of sorry for him, and then you realize that, yeah, he's a big jerk.
One of my favorite lines from Workaholic Show is like Adam's dating some girl and Blake's like, I'm not going to get in the way of love. I'm not Billy Zane.
Billy Zane is great in Demon Knight.
Yes, Demon Knight.
Oh, he's fucking awesome in that.
I haven't seen that
And
movie in
Dead
so
Calm,
long.
too.
That movie's so freaking good.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I don't even know what the movie that is.
You never seen Demon Knight?
I don't know.
Oh my god, yeah, it's a Tales from the Crypt
Tales
movie.
from the Crypt, yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen Demon Knight.
And Billy Zane's in Twin Peaks as well.
I think
He plays a
you and I
character.
might have saw that in the theater, Greg.
Yeah, I think we did. Definitely didn't see it with Ryan. Take that, Ryan. So my honorable mentions is Noakes from Sleepers, Kevin Bacon. Absolute piece of
Piece
shit.
of shit.
Yep, good pick.
People, government covers up people like him.
Yes. Tim Roth from Rob Roy with Liam Neeson's. That guy was he had that fucking wig on as well too. He was a motherfucker. And then finally, Joaquin Phoenix in The Gladiator. Or in Gladiator. He was such a fucking asshole. And he did such a great job. He was such a great villain. So before we get to listener feedback, we're going to play this little game. It's kind of like an offshoot of Marry, Fuck, Kill. But since there's 4 of them, I have live with, work with, deal with, a.k.a. deal with, or party with. So out of all these 4, we got June Stahl, George Costanza, Umbridge, Jar Jar Binks. Who wants to go first?
You're going to have to refresh our memories on
I'm
we're
gonna.
doing here.
Yeah, I will.
Okay. I'll go first. What were the options?
Live with, work with, deal with, or party with.
Oh, man. I cannot imagine living with any of these people. Oh, boy. I guess if I were to think of it this way, as long as I didn't get on her bad side or I wasn't part of something she's involved in where she has to set me up to take the fall, I could probably live with Agent Stahl,
Okay.
I suppose.
Who are you going to work with?
Oh, damn. If I had to work with somebody, Costanza's either never going to be there, he's not going to pull his weight, so as long as I'm good with doing all the work, I could probably just ignore him, so I'll go with that.
Okay, and who are you going to deal with? Deal with.
What's the last one again? The last scenario?
Party with.
Party with. Oh, boy. Okay, so let me unpack it this way. So I'm going to deal with, what was the character from Harry Potter?
Umbridge, yep. Professor
I'm going to deal with her.
Okay.
Because my thought is if I'm partying with Jar Jar, that was the other character, right?
Misa likes that.
Yeah. I'll just get wasted and I will forget that he's there. So there you go. That's my pick.
Okay. Kate, who are you going to live with?
I like pink, so I'm going to live with Dolores Umbridge because she likes pink. I don't want to live in a pink house, though. Actually, no. I feel like if you were on the right side of her and pretended to be evil, you'd probably be okay.
She's magical, too. She could do some cool spells for you.
Yeah, actually, because she could just conjure up like a cupcake if I feel like a cupcake, you know. That's being strategic. So, yes, I'll live with Dolores Umbridge.
All right, and who are you going to work with?
I'm going to work with Jar Jar Binks because I'm just going to pop him in a corner somewhere with a colouring book and not deal with him. Yeah, work with Jar Jar.
Okay, and who are you going to deal with?
What's the last option? Deal with and...
Party with.
I'm going to deal with Agent whatever the hell her name is because I don't know anything about her.
She's a bitch.
Yeah, I can be a bitch too, so...
I was going to say, hey, easy, I live with her.
I'm going to party with George Costanza because, you know, that could be interesting.
It's the summer of George!
Summer of George. Yeah, we'll go swimming. Yeah, party with George.
Party with George. Seamus, who are you living with?
Living with... I forget all the characters and I forget all the scenarios.
We got June Stahl, George Costanza, Umbridge, and Jar Jar Binks. Who are you living with?
I guess I'm going to live with June Stahl because she's going to do her own thing. She's gone all the time working, trying to frame people or whatever she's doing. She's probably going to be difficult to deal with, but I'd probably be a difficult roommate to deal with because I want everything a particular way as well. So we'd probably get along, have our own separate sides, separate bathrooms.
I like clean stuff, so I like the scenario because you're bringing me with you. I'm part of the package, so...
I feel like she's probably very clean and orderly, so
she is.
I think we'd get along there.
Who are you working with?
Yeah, I'm going to live with June Stahl. I'm going to work with Umbridge because clearly all the other wizards and professors got along with her just fine, as long as I'm not her student. I'm going to deal with Jar Jar Binks because I had to get through Star Wars. So I already learned to deal with that motherfucker. And I'm gonna party with Costanza because I'm just gonna get boozed up, and he's probably not as annoying, or I can just pretend to go along with it, and then just I get to go home and be like, that motherfucker. Plus, he might be kind of funny to party with. I don't have to be friends with him. I can still just party with him and shoot the shit.
Plus, he's got that chair that has all the snacks and then the soda on the side.
Yeah,
Yes.
and the nap nook under the table. That'd be
Exactly.
handy after a big
He
night.
could be good to work with as well too. It should be hiding under his desk.
Yeah.
I am going to live with George Costanza
Ooh.
Ooh, that's risky.
because
Way.
he's always at the coffee shop, and he's always at Jerry's house. He's barely even home.
He's not cleaning up. He's not pulling his weight.
No, not at all.
Probably not paying the bills. He's gonna weasel out of paying the bills.
He's gonna eat out of the bin.
Yeah, I've lived with a couple of those people, so I can handle that. I'm gonna work with Umbridge. I know she's a teacher, so she's gonna be teaching people something. She might be evil, but she's at least teaching people something. Mm-hmm. I'm going to deal with June Stahl. Sorry, I'm going to kill your roommate, guys, and then you guys will be all set. You'll be living alone.
There we go.
And I'm going to party with Jar Jar Binks because I bet she's really funny when he gets drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, or at least less annoying.
Yeah.
Or more.
Yeah, he probably gets to be like the touchy-feely drunk, like put his arm around you all the time
He's
and almost
fucking
knocking you
hugging you.
over.
Yeah.
He's
Pumping
a love
your
you.
leg.
Yeah.
I have a few of those friends. I'm not going to mention by name, but a couple of people just did that to me, and I was just like, bro, that's the thing about being in a band when you deal with drunk people like that. Woo!
Yeah, drunk people are annoying.
Yeah, get away from me.
This is why I choose to get drunk with them.
Getting into some listener feedback. We got fellow You Run podcast member Dewey Podmonster, a.k.a. John. He said for movies, Paul Blart seems like an asshole, and Fallon in Judgment Night because Dennis Leary is a twat. Check out John's episode with What the Fuck Are You Doing podcast as they rip to shreds the movie Judgment Night. And I was like, me and Justin covered that. We
I was
loved
going
it.
to say, and if you like Judgment Night, go and listen to our episode where we don't shit all over that movie because it's fun.
And one of the best
Yeah, I
soundtracks.
love Judgment Night.
Yes. Take that, John.
Yeah.
TV, the entire cast of Friends is garbage and should be thrown in a trash compactor, 6-in-1 bonus. And then he said, Lumen, Dexter Season 5, way to derail a franchise, dick smell. He said he also hates Bert Kreischer, too. It's not a character, but he's a giant shirtless knob.
I think he's got a new show coming out.
He does have a movie as well, too, The Machine. So, we got another fellow You Run podcast member. This girl loves horror, a.k.a. Becky from the Girl and the Gay podcast. Check out our episode on Frailty, where Jay and Becky joined us. And she says, Patrick Bateman in American Psycho.
Duh.
Colonel Lockjaw in One Battle After Another, which is a great pick, a.k.a. Sean Penn. Oh, it's a good movie.
Yeah.
TV,
Yes.
Joffrey and Ramsay from Game of Thrones. Ramsay Bolton, one of the
Ramsay,
most hated
yeah.
characters of all time.
He might be worse than Joffrey. I don't know. They're pretty.
He is.
That's what I was saying to Greg earlier. I think he is
He
worse.
totally
Yeah.
is.
Because he enjoys torturing people, whereas Joffrey's just a spoiled little shit
Yeah.
who got the power of being a king.
He's actually probably worse in the book than he is in the show. Like, he's a fucking... I mean, they flay people. Those guys are fucking motherfuckers. So, randomly Eric, fellow reading friend. Movies. Emperor Caracalla from Gladiator 2.
Yeah.
He also has
Good
Paddington.
pronunciation, too.
Was that right?
Yes. Yeah. The Latin always has a hard C, so you did perfect.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
How the fuck that
He's
up?
got the hard C.
I didn't
Yeah.
really like Gladiator 2. I feel like they should have left it with Gladiator 1.
The battle scenes were great, but yeah, it wasn't. I do love the first one. Is one of my favorite movies. So yeah. Sorry to derail.
No, you're good. He also has Tabbington from The Patriot as well. Great evil motherfucker. TV, he has Ted from How I Met Your Mother. And Simcoe from Turn, Washington Spies. I never saw Turn, but I heard Turn was a good show.
No,
Never saw either of those.
no, me either. But I agree about the Emperor. That he was a jerk.
Spud McKenzie. For movies, he's got Hannibal Lecter, Silence of the Lambs, etc. He's got Jigsaw from Saw. And from TV, Sheldon, Big Bang Theory. He's got Mama Biker, Katie Siegel from Sons of Anarchy, a.k.a. Gemma. And then he answered it again, said, the entire cast of Big Bang Theory.
Oh. Is that the woman? Is that the mother from Katie? Is she from
She's
Married with
Children? Yes.
Is she in
Yes.
Sons of? Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
She's awesome.
That's cool.
She's probably the best part of Sons of Anarchy.
Oh.
She's excellent at it.
Yeah, she was great.
She's
Oh, I
very...
love her.
Yeah, she's awesome. That's probably her best acting role is Sons of Anarchy.
Well, there you go. Sorry. Question.
80s, 90s Recall has Jenny from Forrest Gump. Going over to Facebook, Chip Grassy has Movies, Commandus, and Gladiator. I can't think of who that one was.
Oh, Commodus from the first ones. Joaquin Phoenix's character.
Oh, there's one. Okay.
Joaquin
Okay.
Phoenix.
Yeah, Marcus Aurelius' son. Yeah, he's a.
Yep.
Oh, I should
Yeah.
have thought of him. Yeah, he's terrible.
Yeah, he was one of my
Choice.
honorable mentions. Of course, I didn't know the name of the character. I just thought his name was Joaquin Phoenix in the movie as well, too.
Know his real name, huh? That's cool.
And I'm probably not pronouncing that correctly either.
No, you didn't. Commodus is right.
Well, I meant Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh, right. Okay, you're right.
Is it Joaquin or who
I
knows?
think it's Joaquin. I've always said Joaquin Phoenix, but yeah, I think it's.
Christopher
Rivers' brother.
Joaquin.
Just call him Rivers' brother.
Yeah, Rivers' brother. He
He
also
used to
has...
be Leaf. Sorry.
Yes, he was.
Mm.
He's
Oh, shit.
credited that as that in Parenthood, I believe.
Yeah, Leaf Phoenix, and changed it.
Yeah. Leaf's a cool name.
Yeah,
And he went with Joaquin. Where'd he come up
and
with
Leaf's
that?
easy to pronounce. So
Yeah, I want to make it really hard. And
I don't
kind
He
of
didn't want to
like
be
Christopher
mistaken
Walken.
with Leaf Garrett, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
I think that's what his name was.
if you could only see the future. Dolores Umbridge from Harry Potter. This is Chip Grassy still. In television, we have Joffrey Baratheon in Game of Thrones. And this is the first mention of this, I'm surprised, is Livia from Sopranos, the mother.
I haven't watched that. So.
I saw her listed a few times.
Oh, yeah, that's a great show. Probably, arguably, one of the best shows of all time. Eric Bittner, another fellow member of the You Run podcast and What the Fuck Are You Doing podcast, he says Trump from the movie Melania.
Yep. I approve of this message.
He also says Colonel William Tavington for the Patriot again. And I believe his wife's name is Katie Bittner. His my wife's choice, he says, Dolores Umbridge, Harry Potter. And Trunchbull, Matilda.
Oh, yeah. Good one.
Matilda.
I think wrong one.
I know. But I was doing the professional.
The professional.
I'm a professional here. Our friend Erica Patterson says, I instantly thought of Inglourious Bastards and Django that are filled with such hated characters but amazing actors, which is how you know that they're good at their craft. Christopher Waltz in Inglourious Bastards, and a combo of Samuel and Leo in Django, or Tom Hardy in The Revenant. That's another great one. Tom Hardy was a son of a bitch in The Revenant. For a show, definitely a ton of Game of Thrones characters, Cersei Lannister or Ramsay Bolton, and also just finally finished Mad Men, and there are a few characters in there too. Hated characters make the show or movie. Terrorific Lady, if we're talking most hated, Percy Whitmore from The Green Mile. What a little weasel. My girl Michelle has Gemma from Sons of Anarchy, a.k.a. Katie Siegel. She has Lori Grimes from The Walking Dead. She also has Percy Whitmore from The Green Mile. And this one is a good one as well, too. Miss Carmody from The Mist. I hated that lady. She was...
That's the religious
Yes,
lady?
the religious lady. I remember when I saw that movie in the theater and she got shot in the head and I started a cheering section. I'm like, yeah! And everybody joined in with me and stuff. That's cool. I was immature. Movies for days. Newman, another fellow You Run podcast member. He's got Kai Wynn from Star Trek DS9. Deep Space Nine, I'm guessing?
Sure.
I guess.
Yeah. And finally, Monty And that is all the listener feedback that we got. I want to thank you guys all for listening. If you want to check out our Patreon for just as low as $1, you can get shows just like this one up to a week early, and you can help out the show. Other ways to help out the show is you can share the show, you can review the show, tell your friends about the show. We rep the You Run Podcast Network. We can find all the awesome shows there, like Pop Culture Reflections, Dewey Pod Monster, Movie for Days, Girl and the Gay, the list goes on. You Run Horror, You Run True Crime. And speaking of that, Justin, do you have any upcoming episodes you want to promote?
Sure. Thanks for having me again. I always love being here. I feel part of the family over here at You Gonna Eat That Crust for lots of reasons, but it's been fun. I got some. I don't know when this comes out, but Kate and I will have our second episode of Why We Love, the sub-series, coming out.
Nice.
When we talk all about one of the great bands of all time, The Cure, so be on the lookout for that. I also, on Slice of Pop Culture, we have more Alien Earth coming at you. We also have, the movie Fright Night is going to be featured, the original from 1985 coming out. And then also A Clockwork Orange and Return of the Living Dead are also coming up real soon. I'm excited about Return of the Living Dead because it's one of my favorite movies of all time. I don't know why it's taken me so long to get to it. Finally getting there. So I have that as well. Some more musician interviews and stuff in the future as well. So be on the lookout.
Also, special guest Seamus Rogers coming to Pop Culture Reflections and the Slice of Pop Culture very soon.
That is correct. Those episodes are gonna be a little out there, but they're gonna get there to you. And I'm very excited, Seamus, to finally have you back. You know, you were there when we did the horror movie villains breakdown. So I can't wait to bring you back and talk all about kind of a batshit crazy movie and some Alien Earth. It's gonna be fun.
Looking forward to it.
And also, Kate, you have anything you want to promote? Obviously, you have Why We Love coming up. Have Maura Murray coming up with also Justin, featuring Justin from Pop Culture Reflections, joining us on the Pizza Bones. I don't know if you're on any other shows as well.
No, I don't have any other guesty spotties coming up. I've just got, so the Cure episode, the Alien Earth, and then the Pizza Bones with Maura Murray. That's all I have in my future so far, I think. I don't think I've missed anything.
And we got Black Dahlia coming up eventually well, too, for Patreon members. So we're excited for that as well. I can't think of any You Can Eat That Crust podcast episodes that are coming up, but I will think of something soon.
Oh, me and Justin have our next episode to record too.
Nice.
Yes, we do.
Yes, that's going to be great. I'm so
to
looking
let
forward
the
to that.
cat out of the bag just a little bit, we're going to talk about an English actor that we both adore very much. And we're looking forward to getting that in as well, but that'll be coming up the following month on Why We Love, so be on the lookout for it.
Sick.
Yay.
I can't wait till you guys do Why We Love Hook and Forrest Gump. It's going to be
That's never fucking happening. That show is designated for stuff that we love, and maybe Kate loves it. I don't.
Ooh,
we'll see,
no.
but
We should start
it's never going to happen.
We'll start a new project, Why We Hate.
Maybe that could be me and Seamus. Seamus hates some stuff, right?
Lots of things.
Exactly.
Actually, I always say hate is a very strong word. Like I can't think of one person I know, personally that I hate. So I really don't throw that around very much. I like to think of myself as particular and not a hater.
Well, there's no hate here at the You Can Eat That Crust podcast. Go check out the shows in the You Run Podcast Network. Thank you so much for listening. And remember, in crust, we trust. I hate myself.
Yeah, I'm stuff crust. A nigga some mystery ass I'm stuff crust. Stuff crust, yeah, I'm stuff crust. What you choose, gonna bust, yeah, I'm stuff crust. Stuff crust, yeah, I'm stuff crust. A nigga some mystery ass I'm stuff crust. Stuff crust, yeah, I'm stuff crust. What you choose, gonna bust, yeah, I'm stuff crust.